Services donated as contributions. Well, donated services received by a not-for-profit are difficult to record due to having to determine their monetary value. So if I am an accountant and I give this not-for-profit free tax services, my buddy over there is a brick mason. He's going to give them, he's going to build them a little brick house in the back. Then I've got a law friend. That law friend is going to contribute law services. The doctor friend helps to work as a nurse in the not-for-profit. So you see, these are all services. And how do you record these? So, however, donated services should be recorded as a contribution and expense at fair value if the services performed meet these criteria. So we're going to record them as a contribution and expense if they create or enhance a non-financial asset, land, inventory, etc., or they require specialized skill the provider possesses and would otherwise have been purchased by the organization. You'll see plenty of questions on this. So you'll see, should we worry about it? Well, we have, let's say, a brain surgeon doctor. The brain surgeon doctor, he or she goes in and just works at the front desk. They don't have to do brain surgery to contribute to a not-for-profit. Maybe they work the front desk at a museum. Well, that's not going to meet these criteria because they're not using their specialized skills. Sure, they happen to be a brain surgeon or lawyer or accountant, but they're not using their specialized skills. Now, if the brain surgeon performs brain surgery on behalf of the hospital, for free as part of the contribution to the not-for-profit, then yeah, it's going to meet these criteria and it's going to be recorded as a contribution and expense. You see the difference there? They create or enhance a non-financial asset. So, I could be just, some guy and I'm saying, okay, I'm going to build you a building, right? That's a non-financial asset. That would also be included in this example here. We wouldn't be complete if we didn't look at journal entries and see more examples of this sort of, right? Common examples of these services as contributions. These are going to be like lawyer providing legal services, and you're going to record it usually at the appropriate market rate, right? So at the hourly rate, that's what you're going to recognize. Now, you're not actually paying for this as the not-for-profit. Keep that in mind. You're just recording it as contribution, right? Maybe a physician is providing checkups at a homeless shelter for a reduced fee. You're going to recognize the difference between the market rate and the amount paid. You've got just general office work where you're going to record everything at the appropriate rate, right? What you normally would have paid if you were going to do that otherwise. Because if you needed it, right? Like if you needed an accountant to do your taxes anyway, and an accountant comes in and does it for free, you record it at what that fair value would have been that you would have paid regardless, right? Contributions of services that do not enhance non-financial assets. These are the criteria. So measurable, otherwise needed by the organization, easily at fair value, they need to be at fair value, and specialized skills are required and possessed by the donor. These are going to be the criteria building on this point here. So these are the specific criteria about the doctor or the lawyer or the accountant coming in or the brick mason or someone with a specialized service-based skill. Donated services that qualify for recognition are displayed as non-operating. The following journal entry is used to record contributed services that meet the criteria for recognition. So we're going to debit expense or asset, right? And more so expense. And then we are going to credit contributions without donor restrictions. This is going to be when that lawyer comes in and provides legal services for the not-for-profit. Different criteria. We'll even see multiple choice questions asking, does it meet the criteria? Would it be included?